Hello, my name is Collection Connoisseur. I collect digital thingamabobs in video games. Today I'm playing Monster Train. This time on Monster Train, let's do the next expert challenge. I'm interested in getting through these expert challenges. So the next expert challenge is Round and Round. Spells hit random targets and units change spots every turn. Volatile spells and musical chairs. So I'm thinking that we want to play as the Stygian, but I don't think we want to play as the Stygian with our primary clan. So who do I want to play with primary? So I'm going to play with the Melting as the primary. We're going to do Melting Stygian. And I haven't played with Rector Flicker in a little while, so I'm thinking about playing with him rather than Little Fade. So Rector Flicker. And then Frozen Lance seems much better than Foregone Power when the spells are chosen randomly, because Frozen Lance gets a lot better when it's random rather than the front unit, I think. So, primary, Melting Stygian, let's go. Seraph the Chaste. Seraph the Chaste removes half of any buff and debuff effect stacks. That's good to think about, but I don't know if it's going to make a difference in what we do. I really like Wicked Blaze. I kind of assume that we don't get to choose the unit because of volatile spells, by the way. Purifying Cleanse is kind of bad when we don't get to choose the unit, although it only targets friendly units, which is important. And then Energy Siphon is weird when you don't get to target the unit. So I don't think we're starting with a good deck for volatile spells. But that's what we've got so far, so let's look at our champion upgrades. I completely forget this guy's champion upgrades. So we can either get Harvest. I tend to like Harvest a lot. Or reform 2 random units every single turn. I don't know which one of those I want, but I want them both. Let's take Dark Calling. Dark Calling seems neat. And then gain an artifact. This is very interesting, because I think usually enemy units having -1 is better than friendly units getting +5. But I've never had to make this particular decision before that I recall. And I think I'm right, but this is a very interesting decision, especially with the Melting, where you care a little bit more about your units having attack, I guess? I don't know. Let's do Winged Indulgence. And move on. A unit draft seems nice. Can we actually deal with the enemies if we get a unit draft, though? I think we can. So we definitely want to put Rector Flicker at the top, because we don't want him to get damaged if we can help it. And we do want our guys to burn out and deal damage as quickly as they can. So, Rector Flicker, you go at the top. You guys start out down here right now. I want the Dreg in front this turn so that it's behind next turn. And then Energy Siphon. You know, if we actually Frozen Lance you too, that would be good. Alright, how about that? That actually worked out. I don't care too much about that guy getting to the top, because he only deals 1 damage. Purifying Cleanse. We don't really want Purifying Cleanse. I do kind of want to play a Frozen Lance here, so that we hit the Collector. The Wicked Blaze is actually a lot worse with Rector Flicker, isn't it? That's annoying. So, Frozen Lance. Oh, we hit the Collector. Alright. Do we want to add Burnout to one of our units? Not particularly. I want you to die so that you come back next turn. Okay, at the top, I would prefer to deal more damage, which we could do with Energy Siphon and Frozen Lance. That would deal 12. 12 means you would be taking 27, which means a Train Steward would kill you. Let's do that. And then here, I do want you to die, but I'd rather you burn out. So let's do Train Steward Drag. If we put this drag in front, we still kill one. We don't deal any damage to you, but we would get more drags back at the end of this turn, right? Let's do it. Okay, what do we want to do here? I certainly want to deal you a little bit more damage than you're taking. It'd be nice to actually defeat the top. We can play all of our cards. So let's start with 2 Frozen Lances. Alright, that's not where we wanted those to land. We want Rector Flicker to not take damage, so we're going to put a drag in front. Do we want to put the better drag in front? Or the worse drag? If we do the better drag, you take more damage. Alright. And then the worse drag goes down here and gets a hit in. Oh, but you give me a Weight of Contrition as a resolve effect. Okay. It's not a slay effect. So we took 1 damage. 1 damage is mostly meaningless. We get to play... We can play the Weight of Contrition, I don't mind that. If we play the dregs behind... Actually, if we play the dregs and play a Purifying Cleanse, we might figure out which drag... There we go. Alright. So this drag is going to go in front, because this one has a higher burnout. And then Frozen Lance, and I really prefer that you'd be dead, but you're not. Either way, I think we win next turn, no problem. Alright, play our Weight of Contrition so we don't take damage, and click end turn to win. Oh, Molten Encasement is perfect with our champion. Perfect. Reform 2 random units every turn. I like the Molten Encasement there. Okay. Wonderful. Doesn't matter if our guys have musical chairs if Molten Encasement dies every turn. Wonderful. Alright. What do I want here, though? Mollusk Mage has a nice sacrifice. The Flash Freeze, you kind of have to target a unit, which is not great. Offering Token makes offering cards much more playable, but it doesn't do much right now. I think I'm still going to take the Offering Token for its future successes, I guess. Big Slug, or Big Sludge, I mean, gets Rage 5 on Harvest. It's kind of a nice unit to get back, I guess. If we give it Stealth, it can be really strong. I'm gonna take Big Sludge. Partially because I don't know which units I want, and so seeing a unit that seems worthwhile seems like something to take. Alright, let's go the Stygian banner, though. I think we're going to want to sacrifice something from the Stygian banner. Value Stone and Seek Stone. I mean, I don't think we want either of those. Yeah. Don't think we want either of those. Let's look at the Merchant of Steel. A Frenzy Stone. That could go on our Big Sludge. Kind of nice, actually. And let's look at the Stygian banner. Siren of the Sea. Cold Celia is not bad either, but I think I'm going to take the Siren of the Sea and maybe immediately sacrifice it to Big Sludge. I think so. So we're going to put a Frenzy Stone on Big Sludge. We're going to sacrifice the Siren of the Sea to Big Sludge. And now we have a good unit that we want to be stealthy a whole lot. And probably be at the bottom. Do we want a Strength Stone or a Battle Stone? I don't want the Battle Stone on Molten Encasement. I don't know that we're going to keep many of the dregs. So I think that we stop here. Battlestone would be good on Big Sludge, but I'm looking for something better. Because I think Big Sludge is going to be our main guy. So, let's move on. The Haste. The Haste is annoying. Non-boss enemy units get +4 attack for a unit draft. I don't think I want to turn that on. Don't think so. So let's just click fight. So there's our Big Sludge. Wait a minute. Oh, they've got Rage, of course. We are going to play the Frozen Lance at the bottom, guaranteed. But we could do that after playing Big Sludge. Let's do that after playing Big Sludge. I'd like Big Sludge at the bottom. Oh, there goes your haste. How about that? Well, next we put a couple of dregs in front of Big Sludge, who die and give Sludge more attack. And then Rector Flicker could go at the top or the middle. The reason to put him in the middle is because we know that these things have haste a lot of the times. And we don't want Rector Flicker to die. Now let's put him at the top. Collector in the middle. Interesting. Alright. We are going to play a Dreg at the bottom. Definitely. We're not going to play Purifying Cleanse because we don't want to give our Big Sludge burnout. We're going to play a Frozen Lance. If we do it in the center, we could kill the Collector. I want to kill the Collector. Alright, well, you know, the other thing we could do is play the Train Steward in the center. Let's do that. Get this Train Steward out of the deck. And we do have 2 dregs in there, so we get to draw 2 dregs right now. Don't like how much damage Big Sludge has taken. But to be fair, we're going to play the Molten Encasement, aren't we? Right. So, waves remaining 1. We want to put Molten Encasement behind Big Sludge, so that it ends up in front. Because we can't cause it necessarily to die. And then a dreg in front can take the burnout. And then another dreg. We can actually play these other 2 dregs. No problem. Play the other 2 dregs. There we go. So we're killing everything at the top. We have a drag there. We could play Wicked Blaze and get it, but I don't see that that is the best right now. Alright, are we already winning? We are already winning. How about that? Frozen Lance kills that one. We can even... Well, we don't need to do anything. Just click end turn and win. Got him. So fast. Alright. I like the Big Sludge stealth. Entombed Explosive. That's another nice one. I'm thinking about Dripfall, but you don't get to choose the unit, right? So that's questionable to take Dripfall. Draft has Burnout 1, which has its benefits. But I'm thinking about Entombed Explosive, and we could even sacrifice the Entombed Explosive to the Molten Encasement, perhaps. Perhaps. Let's take the Entombed Explosive. Ooh, Helical Chrysalis is kind of nice, because it hits random targets instead of the front enemy unit. Let's take that. And should we take one of these? A Divine Artifact. Do we need one? I mean, I don't think we need one, and therefore we should skip. But it feels... I don't like that skipping seems like the best option to do there, honestly. I want to get a Remnant unit. No, I don't really want a Remnant unit necessarily. Let's get an artifact. So, I don't get to peek in any of these four. Whenever we click them, we get to just do them. So let's start with the Concealed Caverns. What do we get into Concealed Caverns this time? Ooh, a blacksmith. I really like good old Wingmaker. Good old Wingmaker is great. It works well with our big sludge, too. Let's take it. So that was a definite benefit. Let's look at Stygian unit next. I don't think we want one of these. I don't think so. Let's skip these. Memorial Fund gives us a lot of money. I don't think that Light's Gift does a lot for us. And I don't think that Tethys' Scales does a lot for us. It does some, of course, but I don't know that it does a lot. So I'm going to take Memorial Fund. So this should give us a fair amount of money. And then another artifact. I tend to like Sigiled Seaweed. I'm going to take it. Okay, Daedalus the Professor. Let's see what's going on here. Constructed explosives enter with damage shield. The problem with constructed explosives is I don't want my champion to get hit by one. And how do you avoid that, right? We could put our champion in the center. Whatever we're doing big sludge plus good old Wingmaker this turn, because that seems excellent. Alright, big sludge is already amazing. If we put the champion at the top, it's going to take 10 damage. Let's put it in the center. It may take 10 damage next turn because we put it in the center, but still. It will. Alright. Oh, actually, it got... Oh, both of these actually got the little hat, so they actually don't explode. They don't explode. How weird. So if we play a Frozen Lance, that will kill one of these. Let's do that first. Well, I guess it had a chance to not kill one of those. And now we're killing both of those, and you're taking 2 damage. Energy Siphon would be better on the boss? Perhaps? Nope. Alright. And that's it for this turn. Need my Molten Encasement to come more often. There's the Molten Encasement, though. So, Molten Encasement goes here. You can now get hit, and every turn after this one, we get the Molten Encasement back, which is nice. We could put 2 train stewards at the top. Let's do that. What else are we going to do with train stewards, honestly? Every single constructed explosive has been hit by the sigiled seaweed. Everyone has been silenced until this one. That one did not get silenced. Oh well. So you are still stealthy. You're using all of your attacks on this constructed explosive. We could give you a drag. I think we should play dregs in front of you, and then play frozen lances. Yeah. Dregs in front, so the dregs are dying. And then frozen lance. Oh, frozen lance killed that one. Now the dregs aren't dying. Actually, now we're killing everything at the bottom. Okay. Play frozen lance at the bottom, so that you have more attack. There's our molten encasement. We like our molten encasement. We're going to put it in front again. Wonderful. We have an entombed explosive, which I guess we could put even more in front. Put the entombed explosive first. Alright. And our big sludge is going to be quite ridiculous. We're even going to draw a card just to make him a little bit stronger. And then... nothing. I don't even want to play these cards. Big sludge is going to absolutely destroy at the bottom. Yeah, we don't even need to play a card. We can just click end turn. I need another molten encasement, I think. We might duplicate our molten encasement. Wickless recruitment is weird because you can't target it. Hallowed halls is weird. Let's skip these. I don't think we want these particular ones. Guard of the Unnamed and Siren of the Sea are both decent things to have. It's just that, do we even want them? I don't think I do, honestly. Honestly, what I want is Big Sludge, the Molten Encasement, and have the Molten Encasement and the Entombed Explosive stapled to one another. And then I don't want any more units. I just want those. So let's skip. Herzl's Compound seems quite nice, especially because a lot of our things cost 0. So I want to remove cards. I do want to duplicate. Okay, so we're going this way. Let's do our champion upgrade first. So the Dark Calling is quite nice. Burn Bright we don't want, because we don't want you to have burnout. Even though you have a lot more health. But the problem is even though we've got Purifying Cleanse in the deck, we don't target. I don't know, I'm thinking about Burn Bright, because if we add enough burnout to Rector Flicker through our Purifying Cleanses, then the fact that he has extra attack and health is really nice. Because applying tons of burnout would be great. It's just that we don't have that yet. So I think we've got to do Dark Calling too, because Burn Bright seems too dangerous. Divine Temple. There's a True Stone. True Stone could go on good old Wingmaker. That seems excellent. Yeah, that seems excellent on good old Wingmaker. We're probably going to do that. And then we're going to sacrifice. So we're either going to sacrifice the Molten Encasement or the Entombed Explosive to the other one. I guess both of them, it doesn't matter which way we sacrifice, it does exactly the same thing. So I'm just going to sacrifice... I'm going to sacrifice the Molten Encasement this time. Sacrifice you, staple you on to the Entombed Explosive. Alright. That's excellent. Twinstone? Twinstone I don't think I want. At least not with the ones that we have as options right now. Now, I said we wanted to duplicate. Let's look at a Remnant unit first, but I don't think I'm going to take one. Yeah, I don't think I'm taking a Wickless Baron. Even though Wickless Barons are pretty good. I don't think I'm going to take one. Right? And then we're going to duplicate, and we're duplicating this one right now. We're going to duplicate the Big Sludge later. We're duplicating this one right now. We're at 90 pack shards already. How about that? Now, what are my worst cards? The Purifying Cleanses are pretty bad. The Train Stewards are pretty bad. Let's get rid of the Purifying Cleanses, because at least we can play the Train Stewards and let them die. Okay, let's go into the next one. This one's going to be hard because we're at threat level high. And I don't think we're going to turn on the Aggressive Amulet. Okay, Big Sludge. Big Sludge is big, but doesn't do enough damage yet. If we put Big Sludge in front and a train, or Big Sludge at the bottom and put a Train Steward in front of him, then he'll get the Harvest effect, which means he'll be dealing 35 damage, right? Hold on. Rage 5, so he'll be doing 25 damage twice, which is still not enough to kill you, notably. Rector Flicker, we probably want... I mean, the middle or the top is fine, because we just put things in front of him. I want Big Sludge at the bottom, maybe. Or Big Sludge goes at the top. No, that's not good, because Big Sludge has to go before Rector Flicker. Yeah, Big Sludge at the bottom. Put the Train Steward in front so that the Train Steward dies, which means Big Sludge does more damage. And then we do Energy Siphon, and I don't get to do Frozen Lance, do I? Alright. Rector Flicker, you're going in the center. Okay, we did not get a thing that I wanted to get. That's unfortunate. Let's do Offering Token. Okay. The problem is these dregs don't die, even if we put them in front where Big Sludge is. Which means we could just put the dregs behind this turn, which means they will die next turn. I guess that's something we could do. And then the Frozen Lance helps at the bottom, but there's also the middle to think about. Let's hit the middle because we really want to hit the Collector. Oh, we really hit the Collector. Alright, next we really want to hit you so that you die. That did not happen. If we play the drag, we could play the drag in front, which means you would get back the drag for next turn. But the drag wouldn't deal damage this turn. Okay, you know what? I think that's worth it. Get the drag back for next turn. Okay, the Entombed Explosive is here. Entombed Explosive could take care of the top. Because we play it at the top, it kills this one, and then we place something else behind it, and it ends up having stealth. So that's good. Alright. Entombed Explosive first. Something is going to go behind. Might be the Train Steward, might be something else. We can't play anything in front of you. We can play good old Wingmaker down here, which would mean that we can then play things in front of you. So, one of the dregs is dying. The other dreg is not dying. If we play the Frozen Lance down here, it's also good, because you get +1 attack. Oh, and it killed one. That's also nice. And then if we put a dreg down here, then... Oh, we could put the dreg in front, which means all 3 dregs die. Oh, we didn't kill something with the good old Wingmaker. Never mind. Alright. How about a dreg in the center? Or a Train Steward in the center. We could put a Train Steward in the center to take the 1 damage. And put a dreg at the top. Sure. Dreg at the top. Train Steward in the center. And then Rector Flicker, make sure you get me back my Molten Encasement. My Molten Encasement Entombed Explosive. There we go. Alright. Molten Encasement Entombed Explosive goes in front at the bottom. Has even Burnout 1. Next. We could actually play Wicked Blaze in order to play something at the bottom. And then we could play this Train Steward in the center so that it kills this one. Okay, let's start with... Actually, we could play this Entombed Explosive in the center, which would kill this one, and we would get back the Entombed Explosive. That's really nice. Alright, play the Energy Siphon just for your Incant. Play the Wicked Blaze. And we do get to pick. So Wicked Blaze is not affected by the targets of spells are chosen randomly. How interesting that it doesn't count. If we put the dreg in the middle, then it will kill this one, which means Big Sludge will kill the other ones. Let's do it. Alright, and I don't know if we want to play the other ones. I guess we don't. Okay. We got back this Entombed Explosive. It has Burnout 1, so we're playing it. We can play Offering Token. Doesn't matter what we discard exactly. And then just play these to make our Big Sludge better. Alright. Alright, and we are already winning even without playing this Entombed Explosive, but we're going to play it anyway. Alright. How about that? The Big Sludge is great at the bottom as long as he has stealth. As long as he has stealth, he's great. If he doesn't have stealth, then he might die pretty fast, though. Votivary can be sacrificed to give something endless, which is interesting in some circumstances, but not this one, I think. Resin removal, I don't know what I would do with that. A Fatal Melting. Fatal Melting is actually pretty good. Let's take a Fatal Melting. Drain is pretty bad because we can't target the unit that it affects. Same with Urchin Spines. Crystalline Seeds I just don't like that much. Let's go. Haven't seen something to Divinity Master yet, though. Okay, so we get another chance to take one of these. Alright. Apply Dazed 1 when an enemy unit enters your train with Divine Concussive Coals. We could take it. We're going to have a lot of gold, so the 25 extra gold doesn't do a whole lot. The Divine Rules of Containment is pretty good too. You know what? Let's take that. Another duplicate. As much as I want another duplicate, and are we going to get another chance for one? Ooh. We don't necessarily get another chance for one. So, we could take a duplicate and duplicate our big sludge, which would be good, having 2 of those in the deck. Because then we can have two floors that both have a big sludge. That would be nice. It would be. On the other hand, if we go to the left, we could make our big sludge better with the Merchant of Steel and remove 2 cards, which is quite nice. And we don't get another chance to duplicate. Oh, we do. We get another chance to duplicate at the very end. What do I do then? Because where we are, I really like the left path more. But I guess we don't need to see lots of Merchants of Steels, because we don't really have many units to upgrade. Okay, fine. Let's go to the right. So we're taking the Pyre Remains, of course. We look at the Divine Temple. Purge Stone and Extreme Stone. So Extreme Stone could go on good old Wingmaker, and it'd be pretty nice, actually. I really would like that. Okay, let's do that. And we're going to do a Purge Stone, because I want to get rid of more of these cards. The ones that I want to get rid of the most are... I mean, the Frozen Lances, maybe? Let's get rid of a Frozen Lance. And then... So we just did this. We are going to gain an artifact. When a card with Consume is played, gain 5 to your Pyre. We have gotten rid of a lot of cards that have Consume, haven't we? We don't really have any more of those. I don't know that we want extra burnout, because we actually want our units to burn out. Which means, do we just skip? I guess we do. Don't like that we're skipping, though. I wish we got an artifact we wanted. And then we're going to duplicate Big Sludge. I've got a plan for how this is going to work. And let's hope this plan bears out its fruit. Non-boss enemy units get multi-strike for a random artifact. I mean, we do have Divine Rules of Containment, so let's turn it on. Alright, you know what? We got our Molten Encasement on the first turn. Let's do it. Alright, Molten Encasement on the first turn at the bottom. With a big sludge behind. And a dragon front. So that another thing dies. And then Rector Flicker. I want you at the top this time. So that you have the least chance of seeing a unit, basically. Alright, we got our other Entombed Explosive Molten Encasement, and a good old Wingmaker, too. Oh man. Well then, let's do this. Bam! Alright, and then we can put the Entombed Explosive in front here and it still works. We can even Frozen Lance. We can't Frozen Lance and do that. Okay, well, we'll just play the Entombed Explosive here. Because we definitely want to play those. And we even got the Collector. Now then, not everybody is dying at the bottom, of course. Playing the Molten Encasement does help with that. At the top, we could play our Frozen Lance to kill you. At the bottom, we could play an Energy Siphon just to make our guy even stronger. And then a Dreg so that it dies? So that we get more harvest effects? I don't want to kill too many because our Erector Flicker only gets 2 back. And we basically want an Entombed Explosive every turn if we can. So, Entombed Explosive. We're going to play a Frozen Lance in the center, just to kill that one. And then Energy Siphon, Helical Chrysalids. And we could play a Dreg, so that a Dreg dies too. Alright. Our guy is so big. Alright, and he's stealthy too. So the Burnout, we're going to put the Burnout one, or the Entombed Explosive behind, so that it ends up in front. And then we're just going to play spells. Because, you know, we don't really need the units. Alright, and we are already winning, no problem at all. We can even play our other big sludge, by the way. There we go. We can even play the good old Wingmaker. Great. Alright. I like my big sludge, let me tell you. It's doing really well. Cuddlebeard. Grant 2 stacks of Frostbite every time Frostbite is applied. Frostbite does not decay. I mean, we don't apply Frostbite, is the thing. But I guess if we did, we would want this. Remnant Host is pretty interesting as well with our big sludges, but I don't know if I want to add another unit. But of all of the units that we could add, it is one that I would add. But we need to really get rid of Train Stewards and stuff as well. It just works in the deck that I want at the end of all of this. Oh, but it does mess up, because 2 draft units die, it does mess up Erector Flicker, doesn't it? Okay, we're just gonna skip. Glacial Seal applies Frostbite to enemy units. Interesting. I might actually take that. There's also Frenzied Swarm, which is not bad. But I don't think we want Dazed because we have Stealth. Let's take Glacial Seal. Frostbite does not decay, remember? Okay, we definitely want to go to the right, because we really want to remove cards from this deck, especially Train Stewards. Alright, let's go to the right. Let's remove 2 Train Stewards. Let's take the money. Not that money, though. And Merchant of Magic. Keepstone. Alright. Oh my. A Keepstone on Fatal Melting? Let's do that. And let's put an Emberstone on it. I really like that. We're going to purge a Train Steward. we're going to probably purge another Train Steward. We want the Power Stone. The Power Stone works pretty well on Helical Chrysalis. Let's put a Power Stone on Helical Chrysalis. Alright. Do we re-roll? Because if we re-roll, we could get more things for spells. I think we could, as opposed to saving up money for trinkets. Because we're going to go to a Merchant of Trinkets next time. And I would like to be able to afford the trinkets that I want, I guess. So let's not re-roll, but I will purge. Purge the last Train Steward. And then move on. Blinding Dark Shard and Looming Dark Shard. The Blinding causes us to have dazed units. Ooh, that's terrible. The Blinding Dark Shard is really bad. Oh no. Okay, so Big Sludge is going to go at the bottom, because we like our Big Sludge at the bottom. We play a drag in front of him, which dies. And then we could play another drag so that it kills one of those. Although I don't know that we need to. Rector Flicker is going to go in the center again. You get dazed. Whatever. And I think we do an Energy Siphon and a Frozen Lance at the bottom to get our Big Sludge stronger early. Do we play this other drag? Sure. I'm going to play it behind so it shows up in front. Okay, no spells at the top. We are taking a fair amount of damage at the bottom currently. Let's play the Big Sludge at the top, I guess. Big Sludge at the top, Frozen Lance, Energy Siphon at the bottom. And probably a drag at the bottom too? Sure. Big Sludge at the top. The Big Sludge at the top might not do much in this one, but it's kind of our safe. So, Energy Siphon, Frozen Lance, and then put another drag in front so that our Big Sludge doesn't take as much damage. Okay, we've got a good old Wingmaker, and we don't want to play anything at the bottom because of the Blinding Dark Shard, other than good old Wingmaker. Good old Wingmaker is fine to play. So let's play good old Wingmaker. And let's play the Molten Encasement in the center, give our guy stealth. And we've got two drags in there. I guess we'll play an Offering Token here, so that we make our Big Sludge even better. So we could play a drag, which will eventually burn out. Sure. Play a drag that will eventually burn out. So no spells in the center, they say. Although, actually, a Fatal Melting hasn't been very high yet, because we haven't had lots of units die yet. So, Molten Encasement, and then another Molten Encasement. This one has Burnout, so we put this one in front, so that they both go away. And then the Glacial Seal is really good at the bottom, so let's put it at the bottom. And then play an Offering Token. Not in the center, of course. Okay. I don't really care to play a drag, so don't play the drag. So at the bottom, any amount of spells that we play is pretty good at the bottom. Also, if we get you to 160 attack, then you kill both of these. So, great. Let's play Energy Siphon. Energy Siphon. Energy Siphon. If we play a Frozen Lance and it hits the front one, that's good too. Or if it hits the back one, great. We could play a Helical Chrysalis on the boss to get rid of some of the spell shield on the boss. And actually we could play 2 Frozen Lances so that you get more incant. Okay. There's the Entombed Explosives. Entombed Explosives should be quite good. The good old Wingmaker is unfortunate to see right now. This has Burnout 1, so we put this one in front. We kind of want to play a spell down here, but it's probably not good old Wingmaker. So let's play good old Wingmaker at the top, play a Frozen Lance at the bottom, and then the Wicked Blaze cost extra, whatever. I could play these drags at the bottom. I've got plenty of space at the bottom. Haven't really thought about it too much. Alright, so you're dying. We're going to play an Offering Token. You didn't get back anybody. Oh, right. Offering Token. We discard a drag because who cares? Let's get back both of those next turn. And I don't know that we want to play Energy Siphons on the boss, but I guess we do. Burnout 4. I mean, sure. We could play a Burnout 4 unit at the bottom. And then Burnout 3 we won't play. Frozen Lance we will. Okay, you know what? I have too many dregs. I knew this already, but I definitely have too many dregs. Now, we're not winning currently, but if we play one Molten Encasement, I'm pretty sure we are. Alright. And then Fatal Melting only does 27 damage. Not as good as I was thinking that it would be. We just don't have as many units die as I thought we would. Fatal Melting, we even put a holdover on it, and it seems to not be the best spell that we have, unfortunately. Harvester of Death, I don't want. Wax and Spike, I mean, it applies extra burnout, doesn't it? Oh no, we didn't take that one, right. Ice and Pyre. Ice and Pyre, I don't know if I want or not. In one hand, having a spell that does a whole lot of damage is pretty nice. On the other hand, I just want a small deck. So I'm gonna skip. Go for small deck. Still haven't found a card that I could Divinity Master. What is it with all of these? Oh, this is you, of course. Well, Hef the Blacksmith. Hef the Blacksmith is nice, and we could put her at the top. Let's take Hef the Blacksmith. Why not? I don't know how much I want Hef the Blacksmith, but kind of do, right? And then we're going to go right because we want to see the Merchant of Trinkets. Let's look at the Divine Temple first. There's an Extreme Stone, which could go on Helical Chrysalis. I guess that is the best thing to do with Extreme Stone. And let's see the Merchant of Trinkets. Tempered Talisman is not too bad. Split Anvil is not too bad. Titan's Claws does nothing. Alright. Upgrade our champion. Accumulator gives some harvest effects. The problem with Accumulator is you don't have much health. And I think we really need Rector Flicker to have health. You don't have much health, but you have Harvest. But how many times are things going to die where we put Rector Flicker? Don't know. Probably not as often as we would like, particularly. So let's do Dark Calling 3. Remove probably 2 dregs. The Frozen Lances are pretty bad too, though. Let's remove 1 of each. A Frozen Lance and a Dreg. They both do have their uses. The Tempered Talisman is not too bad. How good is Split Anvil? You know, it's honestly not that great. Not with what we've got in our deck. So we take Tempered Talisman, and then we reroll. And Faulty Loader is not bad. Faulty Loader is not bad. Icicle Fracture is fine. Faulty Loader I'm gonna take. Alright. I feel good about those. Let's consider the Extreme Stone on Helical Chrysalis. Yeah, let's do it. Alright. 145 pack shards, no problem. Go to the next one. Mark of Invasion. How decently do we take care of Mark of Invasion? Probably pretty well. So I think we turn it on. Get that gold. Okay, I see some pretty decent stuff. For one, you've been mostly silenced, which is kind of neat. We don't have a whole lot of Ember to spend, though. We can't play both Heft the Blacksmith and a Big Sludge. And we definitely want to do a Big Sludge at the bottom, right? Or a Big Sludge at the top. Let's do a Big Sludge at the top, with a Molten Encasement in front of it. Yeah, I think that's the way. Molten Encasement, Big Sludge. Rector Flicker goes in the center, which means he's going to get back the Molten Encasement this turn. The Molten Encasement, Big Sludge. We even do the Offering Token at the top to make our Big Sludge a little bit better. And then Rector Flicker goes in the center and does a little bit of damage. Not much, though. Alright, we do kind of have a problem with Ember, honestly. I've added enough draw to our deck that we now have a problem with Ember. We got another Big Sludge. I like those. I like the Molten Encasement as well. So we're going to put a Molten Encasement at the top. We're going to put a Big Sludge at the bottom. If we do that, then we can't play our Blacksmith. Unless we first play good old Wingmaker. Right. Okay, well, I won't worry about the Blacksmith too much. I'd rather have the Big Sludges out. So, we want a Molten Encasement at both ends. This one... We definitely want a Molten Encasement at the top. And then we do want a Molten Encasement at the bottom. And then what? It would be nice if we dealt more damage at the bottom and more damage at the top. Considering that the top has to deal with these next turn, I kind of want the ones at the top to get stronger faster. Oh, and they've got melee weakness, which is nice. That is nice. So, I want a dreg to die at the top. So, dreg die at the top. I also want a dreg to die at the bottom. I want to play Energy Siphon at the top, I guess? And then a dreg... We could put a dreg in the center as well. That doesn't really do that much. Let's skip doing that one. We did not get the collector, which was sad, but didn't really have much chance to get the collector. Okay, so the next thing is very important. Can we deal with the top units? So the answer is no. We don't deal with the top units. We could do a good old Wingmaker at the top, and that would probably handle it. Rector Flicker is currently dying. We can probably take care of that. Let's take care of the top. A good old Wingmaker takes care of the top, no problem. Okay. Next. Rector Flicker is dying. You're still stealthy, which means you're fine. Let's make Rector Flicker stealthy too. And then... I guess we want the Glacial Seal... Well, we want the Glacial Seal at the bottom, but we wanted it to be stealthy. So we could put it in the center, where it will be stealthy. And then we could put a dreg at the bottom to just have it die. That would mean we wouldn't necessarily get back the Molten Encasement next turn, which I don't like. But I also really want you to be stronger. Now, let's not worry about it. Let's get the Molten Encasement back. Those are important. Ooh, we got 2 Molten Encasement back. Great. So, at the top, you're still stealthy. At the bottom, you are not stealthy. You definitely need a Molten Encasement. Both of them are the same currently. A good old Wingmaker at the bottom seems nice because it gets rid of this. So let's do a good old Wingmaker at the bottom. And then a Molten Encasement. I probably want one at the top as well. And then Helical Chrysalis seems really good here. Let's play a couple of Energy Siphons first. Energy Siphon, Helical Chrysalis. Could play a dreg. If we play a dreg, we have another thing to get back next turn, which is good. So let's play a dreg right here. Right there? Yes, because we want the 2 Molten Encasements to die. So there's the Blacksmith. We can put that at the top, behind a Molten Encasement. We only got 1 Molten Encasement back, and it doesn't die. We could put the Blacksmith at the bottom. Let's put the Blacksmith at the bottom. And get a Molten Encasement down there. I'm going to put the Molten Encasement in the back. We at least know that the big sludge... Oh, you know what? That doesn't really work, does it? Let's not do that. Let's put the Molten Encasement... Let's put the Molten Encasement at the bottom. Never mind. It has Burnout 3. Burnout 3 is good. And then Offering Token. And a Frozen Lance... I mean, we can Frozen Lance you, but that doesn't do anything except improve our guy. So let's Frozen Lance down here to improve this one. Okay, so we can put an Entombed Explosive in front, which is very good. And then we can play a good old Wingmaker down here. I like that. And you guys are still dying, even with all that stealth. That's surprising. So, deal damage equal to enemies equal to 3 times the number of friendly unit deaths this battle. Just hasn't been that many deaths, honestly. Okay, don't really know what else to do here, because we've got a pretty good set of things out there, and I don't know if adding... I guess adding a burnout unit is actually good. So we'll add a burnout unit back there. Oh, now we're winning. How about that? Adding the burnout unit did it, because our big sludge got 5 more rage, I guess. Alright, you go, big sludge. You're my favorite. And we got the money, which means we can get more trinkets. Memories of the Melted. Don't know that we want it. Mortal Entrapment is better because it only affects damaged units, right? I'm not going to take it. I'm going to skip again. Ice Storm. Ice Storm with Tempered Talisman. It's not terrible. The Guardian Stone is kind of neat, but I don't know if we want it. And I don't want Drain. So we're really only thinking about Ice Storm. And where are we going? We are going to go to a Merchant of Magic. So the Ice Storm might actually be worthwhile if we get it. Let's get it. Okay, so we're going left. Let's get the money. Let's look at these 3. Merchant of Magic has a Keepstone and a Power Stone. Those are both nice to see. Divine Temple has an Extreme Stone. That's very nice to see. And the Merchant of Trinkets has Sketches of Salvation, which is not the best for us. Jack Strips is fine, but not amazing. So I think what we do here is reroll. Hell's Banners is pretty good, because that gives us 3 extra Ember basically every turn because of how our champion works. The Rules of Containment works with Cuddlebeard, so we could just take both of those. Both of those are not bad. Let's remove 2 cards. I'm going to remove a Dreg and a Frozen Lance. Dreg and Frozen Lance. Now then. Extreme Stone works really well on Ice Storm, so we're going to take that. I do realize that puts us at 160 pack shards, but it's just really nice. As much as I like Keepstone, I don't know what I would put Keepstone on. And if I don't know what I'm putting Keepstone on, we're not going to get it. So, let's buy the 2 that I wanted, Hell's Banners and Rules of Containment. And we've got 90 gold left, which we can spend on these 2. Power Stone. Power Stone on Ice Storm. And then Ember Stone could go on Wicked Blaze to make it just a lot more playable, I guess. And here we go, into the final gauntlet. I don't know how we do because, you know, Seraph the Chaste removes our stealth. And the Last Divinity is going to be hard, but let's see how we do against Seraph the Chaste. Seraph the Chaste removing stealth is kind of bad, though. It's kind of a bad thing. Okay, we do have a lot of things. We can play a lot of things this time. Right, we can play a lot of things this time, because because of Hell's Banners. We probably want to play Ice Storm at the bottom after playing a big sludge. I probably want Rector Flicker at the top with Hef the Blacksmith, and another big sludge in the center. So let's do those things. Hef the Blacksmith is going to go in front this turn, though it doesn't matter very much. Rector Flicker, and then... Ooh, we can't play the Ice Storm if we play both big sludges. How unfortunate. And actually playing a big sludge at the bottom, doesn't that kill the big sludge unless the Ice Storm hits appropriately? Oh no, because they've got Dazed 3, right. Let's do this, and then Energy Siphon at the bottom. Okay, we did hit that one once. Don't like that we couldn't play the Ice Storm, but, you know, couldn't play it. Ooh, we got 2 Molten Encasements. Great. So we could play one at the bottom and one in the middle. Yes, I like that. You are going to give me Ember Drain, which is unfortunate, but as long as we don't play many units, it's only one. And then we definitely play Offering Token. Let's play this other one first. We're going to play Offering Token. Let's play it down here because defeating you is really important to me. Oh, we got a good old Wingmaker. Alright, so good old Wingmaker can take out most things at the bottom. Or we could use it to deal with you, which, you know, I guess our top units do take you out. So let's not worry about it. Good old Wingmaker down here. And a Frozen Lance. Frozen Lance could hit Seraph, perhaps. And then there's no reason not to play Wicked Blaze because it incants my guy. Alright, so we're going to lose Stealth because Seraph the Chaste just removed our Stealth. And that's bad. Even though that's bad, if we just protect our unit, we'll be fine. And protecting our unit is basically dregs in front of it, right? I think that's the way. We don't really get to play the Fatal Melting. We could play... I'm thinking about playing Helical Chrysalis and 3 dregs. Other ideas are 3 dregs and Glacial Seal. I like the first option more. Or actually, this kills those back 2 units. Fatal Melting kills the back 2. So we could play a dreg, play a Fatal Melting, and then play one more dreg, and then still play a Glacial Seal, and should have played the Glacial Seal behind you, oh well. And then play a Helical Chrysalis, and apply some Frostbite as well. We could also play a dreg at the top to take your hit. I like that. Okay, let's play a Helical Chrysalis. We got one of our Entombed Explosives. Only one of them. Ooh. Oh no, at the bottom. You kill my Glacial Seal. Unless the Ice Storm kills you. Ice Storm and Helical Chrysalis together might kill you. Let's play Entombed Explosive in the center, because that's where more damage is being dealt. And then Ice Storm and Helical Chrysalis. That's better than a Fatal Melting, which doesn't do that much damage. Also, we could do an Energy Siphon. Energy Siphon first. Energy Siphon, Helical Chrysalis, and then Ice Storm. Oh, we saved our Glacial Seal. Alright, we can even put a Dragon Front. We could put a Dragon Front at the top if we wanted. I think we'd rather put a Dragon Front at the bottom, so that we don't get this drag back, and so that it dies for your hit. Oh right, we get to play other things. Right, forgot about that. Let's do Frozen Lance. Actually, this deals it to all enemy units, so we do a Fatal Melting first. If we do it here, then you die. Frozen Lance. Frozen Lance. Didn't hit you at all. Alright, well, you know what? Fine. Okay, the middle is fine. We can play a good old Wingmaker. Good old Wingmaker at the bottom, maybe? Should we play a Fatal Melting first? No. There's a lot of things for us to play. I think I'm going to focus on Stealth at the bottom, though, this turn. So, Offering Token first. Oh, we got an Ice Storm. I like this Ice Storm as well. So, I want to play a good old Wingmaker somewhere. I want to play this Entombed Explosive Molten Encasement at the bottom. I want to play this Entombed Explosive Molten Encasement at the bottom. Let's do those. So you've got Burnout 1, so we could also play good old Wingmaker. Yeah, let's do all of these things. So good old Wingmaker. We'll play this Entombed Explosive. We'll play Wicked Blaze to get this Entombed Explosive. And then we'll play this one in front so that it dies. And then we have more Ember to spend, which we can spend elsewhere, like here. If we do Energy Siphon, we might hit the boss for a lot. Oh, we could do Fatal Melting, Energy Siphon, Ice Storm, and hit the boss for a lot. Let's do that. Fatal Melting, Energy Siphon, Ice Storm. Great. That dealt the boss a lot of damage. I don't want to play this drag. Not really. We could play the drag in the center. I don't really want to. We could play the drag at the bottom, because we do have the space. Sure, let's do that. Okay, we're trying to stack up Stealth at the bottom. Seraph the Chaste is going to remove half of it this turn. Everybody's stealthy at the bottom, which means this Pyre Wings doesn't do anything to us. We can play a Fatal Melting at the bottom, which is nice. We could start with that. And then we've got two Entombed Explosives that we're going to get back next turn. Both that we could put at the bottom. Okay, I like this. Start with a Fatal Melting. Play Offering Token. Get rid of Drag. Alright, now we've got good old Wingmaker that we can also play, as well as Helical Chrysalis. So I think we play good old Wingmaker. Oh, we can't play all of those because we didn't play 2 units this turn. Okay, so Energy Siphon, Helical Chrysalis, I think is the way. Helical Chrysalis. Alright, you actually have 2 spell weakness still because we didn't hit you at all with the Helical Chrysalis. How about that? Alright. At the bottom, we want to play 2 Molten Encasements. And we want them both to die, which is a problem, because they both don't die, do they? I guess we put the one with Burnout 3 in front. And then, other than that, we could play Ice Storm at the top and potentially do a lot of damage to Seraph the Chaste right now. Let's do it. Okay. And then let's just Frozen Lance you. All of you are dying already, so there's kind of no reason to play spells down here. So let's hit you with a good old Wingmaker and a Fatal Melting, but play Wicked Blaze down here so that you get more attack. Okay, let's see how this goes. The final wave. I don't like that the big sludge ended up in front. Yeah, the big sludge ending up in front was real bad for me. Because, oh, you do burn out though. You do burn out, so there's that. What's this? Energy Siphon? You know, Energy Siphon is not bad. Let's play an Offering Token. Get rid of a Frozen Lance. Actually, we should get rid of a Drag. Get rid of this Drag. And then play a Dreg, which will die. That's its purpose, is to die. And then play a Fatal Melting to kill that back one. And then play a couple of Energy Siphons and Helical Chrysalis. Okay. We're dealing Seraph a lot of damage. This guy is not nearly as big as this guy, but we will probably be able to give him stealth. I mean, probably might be too hopeful. Oh, we will be able to. Oh, Purify. How about that? Removes all damaging debuffs from this unit at the end of turn. I did not realize that Seraph the Chaste had that. Does Seraph the Chaste always have that? Or is that just because we have so many pack shards? I'm not sure. So you're now getting 230. And we can play an Offering Token. Discard one of these. We can play a Drag at the top so that we get more energy this turn. I am going to do that. We've got tons of space at the top. And then we play all of these cards. So Wicked Blaze. Wicked Blaze we play here, and we get the Molten Encasement, but we put the Molten Encasement at the top. And it kind of doesn't matter where. Let's put it at the back, because it's the thing that we want to not be at the back the most. Alright. A Fatal Melting, Frozen Lance, Energy Siphon, and Helical Chrysalis. Alright. So, now, I don't know what we're going to get back. Ooh, we got back a big sludge. I mean, is that good? Because does it have a whole lot of attack? I guess it doesn't. It has 58 attack, actually. So we can play the big sludge up here. We will definitely do that. Big sludge goes up here. I guess in the back, because it's the strongest unit. And then... I mean, we're definitely going to play Energy Siphon and Ice Storm. But we can play more units. You have Burnout 1. You've got Burnout 3. I guess we can play all of the units in our hand, so we might as well play all of the units in our hand. Okay. Now, let's do the Energy Siphon Ice Storm first, because that does a lot of damage. And then, oh, Offering Token we should have probably played first. Oh well. Didn't matter, and it ended up not mattering, but still. And we're winning. Great. Kind of just barely winning against Seraph the Chaste, but still, it's a win. I'll take it. Okay, what is this? Oh man. Oh right. We have over 150 pack shards. Sure, let's take blank pages. Alright. Who knows if this is going to be good or not? Who knows? Blank pages is so random. But I don't really know what we're doing for the Last Divinity fight. Not really. Because I don't know where to put my champion. And I really want the champion to survive. Okay, we did not get anything that gave stealth. I guess the champion should go at the top, because it could survive the longest up there, basically. If we put it in the center, we just can't put much in front of it. If we put it at the top, we can put Hef the Blacksmith with it, and then get lots more space, and then be able to give it stealth and whatnot. Alright. Rector Flicker, you're going at the top. Although, we'll give you a drag. A drag to take the Ember Drain. I feel like playing Energy Siphon at the bottom is not very useful, but I kind of want to play the Ice Storm at the bottom. I guess if we play the Big Sludge at the bottom, we should play all of the spells at the bottom. Yeah. Okay, well, Big Sludge at the bottom. Let's see how that works. We might have a Big Sludge die, but if we get it back with our champion, maybe that will be fine. And then Energy Siphon, Ice Storm, and then a Fatal Melting. Alright, well, you know, a lot of them are dying at least, so our Big Sludge is going to gain rage. And we do get a drag that we could put in front of our Big Sludge next turn. Ooh, we got a bunch of good stuff. Strike, apply Frostbite 42 to the attack unit. Tethys Titan's Bane is pretty interesting. Okay, there's so many things to play. We want to play Hef the Blacksmith at the top. Definitely. So let's do that. Because we want extra space at the top. We want to play Molten Encasements at the bottom, basically. So let's play a Molten Encasement at the bottom. And probably another Molten Encasement at the bottom, honestly. Tethys Titan's Bane? I don't know what to do with you exactly. I would like to put a Big Sludge in the center, but he doesn't just die this turn, but he almost just dies this turn. We could play... I mean, playing a Fatal Melting at the bottom doesn't do much. What we could do is we could play the Big Sludge in the center, with Tethys Titan's Bane in front of it, and the Tethys Titan's Bane dies. I don't know how valuable that is. Would we rather have Tethys Titan's Bane survive in some way? I don't know, either. These are hard questions. I guess if we play the Big Sludge in the center, with anything in front of it. It doesn't have to be Tethys Titan's Bane, but it could be. Then I guess that's kind of better than Drag dying? Sure. You know what? We're putting this one in front. That way you're only taking 10 damage, and we have a space to put something in front, and 2 things are dying, which you get Harvest from. Okay. Oh, this one... Oh, darn. That Entombed Explosive... We should have played Tethys Titan's Bane at the bottom and this Entombed Explosive in the center. Whoops. I did not think about the fact that the 2 Entombed Explosives wouldn't die. Because one of them gets stealth. At least when it doesn't have stealth, it'll be in front again. We get a Horned Prince that takes up 2 space. We can't spend 2 space, unless we play a good old Wingmaker in the center. Which seems like a good thing to do. Good old Wingmaker in the center. And now we can play things in the center, including a Hornbreaker Prince. Which is pretty nice, right? At the bottom, you're getting 6 damage. Is that mostly because of the Extinguish effect? Why are you getting 6 damage? This is confusing to me. Does the the Extinguish isn't there. Oh, you got silenced. How excellent. Alright. I'm going to play the Hornbreaker Prince in the center, because that seems like a cool thing, and we definitely put the drag in front of it so that it survives. So the Hornbreaker Prince is going to be big and strong. Glacial Seal. You know, we really need to get an Entombed Explosive back and put it at the top next turn. How unfortunate. Let's play a Helical Chrysalis at the bottom. Okay. Do we play a drag at the bottom too? I think we do. I think we just need a lot of units to die right now, actually. Alright, so our champion only has 11 health, which means he needs to be stealthy all the time. Which is kind of bad, because we have too many guys that we want to be stealthy all the time. And we got the Wicked Blaze kind of at the wrong time. Alright, so the Entombed Explosive doesn't save our champion. Oh. Oh, that's real bad. The Entombed Explosive doesn't save our champion, because you've got Sweep. Oh, how very terrible. Alright, well... in that case, what are we doing? We need the Wicked Blaze next turn. And we're not going to get it next turn. How very unfortunate. How about you? You know what? You could use an Entombed Explosive. I think we're losing at this point, which is very sad, but I think we're losing. Let's put a Tethys Titan's Bane down here. It has Burnout 1. And then do Offering Token. Do we do Offering Token in the center? Let's do an Offering Token down here. A Fatal Melting. Now that's nice to see. Let's get rid of this drag. And then play... we could play a Fatal Melting in the center, which would be kind of good. Play a Fatal Melting in the center. Oh, you had a Spell Shield. How unfortunate. Alright, never mind. That wasn't as good as I thought it was. Let's play an Energy Siphon in the center, and Frozen Lance and Frozen Lance. And then Wicked Blaze. Wicked Blaze we will also play in the center. And then get a dreg that we're going to put at the top. Okay. There are some very bad things happening. Very bad things right now. Because we really need to get back to our Wicked Blaze. We don't get our stealth guys back every turn now, which is really bad. We got another Hornbreaker Prince with the same way as this one. How about that? You are making it to the pyre, unless we kill you with a spell. Well, good to know. We should kill you with a spell. We can do a good old Wingmaker at the bottom. That creates a lot of space. Let's do that. We cannot play the Hornbreaker Prince at the bottom, though. If we play a Hornbreaker Prince, where are we playing it? It could go at the top. It would get a Slay up here. And that's it. Alright. But where else do we play it? If we put it at the bottom, it just dies, because these two attack it. So we're not playing it at the bottom. Let's play it at the top. Play it at the top in the back. So it only gets 13 attack, just in case that matters. And then Energy Siphon, Ice Storm. Actually hit the boss kind of a lot, and now you're killing both of those, which is nice. A Fatal Melting we can play anywhere. Let's play it in the center to give you a little bit more in camp. Alright, blank pages. Give me something. I really need something. I kind of got rid of my champion. Alright. Revenge, apply Frostbite 2 per shard to enemy units. You know? Okay, we could play that at the bottom. Play that at the bottom. It gives Frostbite to a bunch of units. You get a ton of damage. Oh, because of the sweep and the spikes. Ouch. Alright. And then I think we play the Glacial Seal here, too. Okay. Well, a Fatal Melting we play every turn, because it's useful to play that every turn. Next turn we're going to be able to stealth one of our guys, but not both of them. So we kind of have to pick one. I guess we're going to pick you? Actually, we might pick you because the Solgard the Martyr will still be here. Okay. That's good. So, Energy Siphon. I'm going to play the Energy Siphons up here because I don't want to give you tons of armor. So I'm going to play the Energy Siphons up here. And then we will play the Frozen Lance here and a Fatal Melting. Oh, we're actually going to kill the Conduit Redirector. That actually is very nice. Oh, did he have another spell shield? Or maybe the spell shield came off of a different unit than I was hoping. Oh well. We did apply a lot of Frostbite to these guys, and there will be even more. Okay. We got Little Fade. The really poor version of Little Fade, actually. We got Wicked Blades, which means we can stealth something. And we could play Ice Storm here. Let's play Ice Storm here first. Unfortunate. Helical Chrysalis here. Actually, maybe we should do a Fatal Melting here. I'm going to play the Wicked Blaze next. We're going to play it down here because we gain benefits and we don't give benefits. And as much as I would like to get Wreck or Flicker to get it back, it would have Burnout 1, which is not great for us. So we're going to get this Molten Encasement. And the Molten Encasement is going to go at the bottom. So, that's there. We are definitely going to put a drag in front here. And then a Fatal Melting. Now, our big sludge is not dying. Our Hornbreaker Prince is currently dying. And I don't know if we can change that. It doesn't seem like we could. Even if we kill you, because you're not really the thing that's causing it to die. So let's play an Offering Token and see if we can change it. Good old Wingmaker is not bad to see. Like that more than a Frozen Lance, I guess. Or, you know, more than Little Fade? What is Little Fade doing for us? Basically nothing. Alright. So a good old Wingmaker could go at the bottom. And then Frozen Lance and Helical Chrysalis. So there's nothing that I can do to improve the center this time. So we're going to play Helical Chrysalis and Frozen Lance down here. Oh, well, we got to play one. At least I played the correct one. Alright. Give me something good, Blank Pages. I'm depending on Blank Pages so much. 170, 100, and it has Trample. Takes up 6 space, but we actually have the space. We actually do have the space. We also got Wicked Blaze, which means what we can do is play Wicked Blaze in the center, get back a Molten Encasement, and put a Molten Encasement in the center, which means our center is now pretty good. Alright. A Fatal Melting we play every turn. You've got 2 Spell Shield, which is really unfortunate. So let's play Ice Storm first. Actually, play a Fatal Melting first, right? No, play Ice Storm first. And then a Fatal Melting. Didn't really kill anything. And we've got to play the Penumbra. We're going to play the Penumbra at the top. Now, Offering Token, we can make this one stronger and not give you... Actually, you don't have your Incant. Oh, how about that? Actually, none of them have. They've all been silenced. Every single one of them. How about that? Alright, so we can do more spells at the bottom. And that would be fine. So let's do that. Offering Token. Oh, we got a good old Wingmaker that has Piercing. Great. We only have 3 Ember, so we're going to play the good old Wingmaker at the bottom. Nice. And then we could play Helical Chrysalis at the bottom. Don't really see a place that it's necessarily better. So let's do everything at the bottom real quick. Okay, well, you still get the 3 damage. 2 waves remaining. I don't know if we're gonna win. I honestly don't know. We've got a Fatal Melting. Little Fade is not really doing what we want here, but a Fatal Melting is good to play. And then the big sludge at the bottom is finally dying. And I don't think that there's anything we can do to change that. We can't. And Little Fade doesn't really do anything anywhere. Not really. So Big Sludge at the bottom dying is a bad thing. Big Sludge in the middle is going to have a Wicked Blaze next turn. So let's do the Energy Siphons. I guess we'll do the Frozen Minutes now. Energy Siphon then. And then Little Fade just dies in the center so that you get a little bit more attack. Alright, one Big Sludge down. And it can't come back. Not meaningfully. Okay, the Relentless phase. We are currently dealing 510 damage at the top, 28 damage at the bottom. Alright, that's not great. 15 stacks of shard? Well, we can't get that. So we got a useless champion. We did get Wicked Blaze, though. Wicked Blaze means that we can do another Entombed Explosive, which means in the center we're going to have some, what is it called? Some stealth, which is important. So we're doing 671 in the center now. How can we make that higher? Well, let's play Offering Token. Get rid of the dead weight, I guess. Let's play a Fatal Melting. We have to play the Soulguard the Martyr in order to get more Ember. So I guess we played at the bottom because, you know, what else is it doing? I really want to defeat this one and deal a lot of damage to the Last Divinity here. I think we're losing, but I'm not completely sure that we're losing. So we've got to try. So, good old Wingmaker, Ice Storm, Helical Chrysalis. Okay, you know what? We are really close. I don't know how the Shard of the Pyre works with the Last Divinity, but I think we might win with our Pyre. Oh, we win with the Pyre. Yes. Defeated the Last Divinity with the Pyre. I think that's the first time I've done that. Oh, right. What a crazy victory. Crazy victory. We didn't master any cards, though. I didn't get any cards that we could master. Didn't even see one. And blank pages definitely saved us at the end. I relied on blank pages. Oh my. Oh, we got a new card frame. I think that's for beating so many expert challenges, because we did beat, I think, our 15th expert challenge, and it's a pretty cool card frame. I'm going to have to switch to that after this one. No records? I didn't get any records again. Another rank 25 victory without any records. How about that? Seems so weird. Alright, that was a good one. Next time, maybe we can win another expert challenge. It's been going very well. In this run, I achieved a max Covenant win with my 18th clan combination. Only 12 more to go. I also completed my 15th expert challenge, which earned me a new card frame. I only have 10 more expert challenges to complete. On the right, I am featuring Constructed Explosive. I only count kills for these when I kill them, not when they explode on their own, and 4 out of the 5 were silenced, preventing them from exploding. Pyre Wings becomes my 33rd enemy that I have killed at least 100 times, where I stop counting. Goodbye, Pyre Wings, you have been checked off my list. On the left, Big Sludge was my big minion this time. It was extremely effective with multi-strike and stealth, which I heavily relied upon. Big Sludge also reached my 10 battle threshold as of this run. Energy Siphon becomes my 31st card to reach 100 battles. And I honestly don't think I take Energy Siphon all that frequently, but it seems to have been randomly selected for my starting deck quite a few times. For artifacts, Memorial Fund reaches my 10 battle threshold, and since I got it at the very beginning, it provided a lot of money. This is the second time I've ever seen blank pages, and boy did I need it. I would not have won this run without the helpful and random champions that I played with in the Last Divinity battle. Check out my tracking sheet, link in the video description, new episodes every Saturday, and thanks for watching.